everybody. We live. We is live. And I think I'm gonna do a story time while I'm here. Hi everybody. Hi. I think we're gonna do story time. Hey. What's up everybody? First I need everybody to state who they are and where they from. I'm gonna do a story time tonight while we on the live. I'm gonna answer some questions. We gonna talk. I'm gonna sing for y'all. I did do a story time about my best friend. It's on a different video. Hey, you you from Asia and Louisiana? Period. Mississippi, LA, Philly. What's up, everybody? Florida, NYC, Indiana. Hi, Yasmin from Clinton, North Carolina, New Jersey, Savannah. Oh, Texas. We got so be more. Baltimore. I know how y'all talk. Mississippi, Texas, Chicago. Goodness, we got a lot of people in here. So, you guys, I want to do a story time tonight. I just don't know what I want to talk about. Florida, Mississippi. I see a lot of Mississippi. Thank you, Ranisha. You got the same pillow? Yes, honey. Walmart. My first love. Okay. Okay, so we got my first love, and then we got how do you get over somebody that you care about. We're gonna start with that. So my first love, the guy that I wrote a lot of the songs about, Betrayal, just all when y'all be hearing me talking stuff in my songs. I definitely had a first love. Me and him was together from when I was 16 all the way till I was 22, 23 years old. 16, that was 6 years. I gave that man 6 years of my life. That was my high school sweetheart. I met him on the school bus in high school, and I ain't gonna lie, still to this day, I got a lot of love for that man in my heart, even after what he did. You know how that is when that's your first love. I never deal with him again, but I had a lot of love for him. Okay, somebody said, how do you get over someone? Listen, go talk to somebody else. Nah, but for real, when I went through my first breakup, y'all, when I first went through my first breakup, now I thought the world was over, y'all. Like I literally was crying. Y'all would have been laughing at me. My friend laughed at me how extra I was. Mind y'all, I only had one boyfriend. Only had been with one person. I was one of those girls who did not lose my virginity till I was 19, 20 years old. So I was like hurt. I didn't know nothing else. I didn't know what else to do. I was like, why? Why? My friend laughed at me. She said, "Girl, bye." So how I ended up getting over him is I learned to love myself. Like you gotta really you gotta really, really thank you y'all. But you gotta really love yourself. That's how you get over somebody. You learn to love yourself. Once you start to learn yourself, none of that other stuff matters. Somebody said I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Do y'all know where Dayton, Ohio is? Have y'all ever heard of Dayton, Ohio? Like, I know y'all heard of Ohio, but do y'all know about Dayton? Hold on, y'all. It might be a little dark. Gotta grab my charge. Like, do y'all know about Dayton, Ohio, though? So, if anybody wants some advice, Mar will give you some advice. I am chilling in my room, and I'm talking to y'all like, it's okay. Let's see. She said not the virginity thing. Yes, y'all. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19, 20 years old. My friends picked with me for the longest. Like, why won't you just do stuff? And I'm just like, I just didn't want to, you know? It's not important. You're not missing out on anything, young ladies. Like, you're not missing out on anything. So, I'm trying to see some other questions and comments that I see. When did I take music serious? I didn't take music serious until I was 23 years old. I'm 26 now. I know it don't look like it, but I'm 26. Okay, y'all got any other questions for me? What advice do you need? You so pretty, like honey. Where do you get all this prettiness from? No hate. Oh, thank you so much. I get it from my mama. Yeah, that's how it be. Like you really feel like the world is gonna stop. Like you literally feel like the world is gonna stop. Okay, so there's this boy that I have a crush on, and one day he acts like he likes me, and then he doesn't. Okay, he's not for you. Period. Move on. Somebody actions speak louder than words, baby. You know that. You gullible. Don't be gullible. It's not attractive. Do your first love try to reach out now? Okay, so yes, he has, but he doesn't like to be honest. He doesn't try to like talk to me like we over. You know, as y'all know, he had a baby on me. Like he had a whole fam. He got a whole family now. Like it's all love on both ends. He don't say nothing to me, and I don't say nothing to him. You know, we was together for a long time. We grew up together. He know me, and I know the real him. I don't have no smoke with him. How do you know when you getting played? When you feel like it, woman, like you'll start to gain your woman instincts after you turn 18. Like you, like even when you're in your teen. But me, I when I was a grown woman in my early 20s, I had woman instincts. When you feel it, that's how you know. Where's my comments? Okay, thank you. Do I have any other deal or any deal offers? I did have get offered a deal for the summer, and then as y'all know, The Voice, I had that opportunity, but I just didn't feel like it was for me, so I didn't do it. And I got offered a deal, but I just feel like I might as well stay independent until the money is right. My first fight, listen, my first fight, I was like 6 or 7, and then after I had my first fight, y'all, I literally was my like anybody that know me from young days, no, I was scrapping. Hmm. That woman intuition don't lie. If I could sign with anybody, who would it be? I would love to sign with Rick Ross because I feel like I'm a like MMG type of girl. I feel like they real, they thorough. Like if I was to sign with anybody, it'd be Rick Ross because I would trust his judgment. He a boss, and I feel like he can, teach me how to be more of a boss. Give me tips and pointers. No, Tiana, don't do it. Ladies, don't move in with a guy until you are married or y'all got kids. Seriously, it only take me about 5 minutes to write a song. My ex is locked up. We have a history of 9 years off and on, and we have a child. We supposed to become official. He, honey, I don't do jails because I don't do relationships with men in prison. If he your husband, it's different. But usually men in jail, I don't really deal with them simply because they be talking to too many women because they want some money on their books. If I had a promotion for makeup, yeah, I would. But y'all got 9 years, so honey, I need to be giving you that ring. How many kids do I want? I only want 2 kids, y'all. everybody keep asking me how my best friend passed away, and I already did a video on what happened. It's on my page. I don't want to repeatedly every video I get on keep saying how my best friend passed away. So yeah, I only want 2 kids. If I can have a boy and a girl, that'd be good with me. Oh yeah, so somebody said they want to know the story behind Betrayal, and I don't mind telling y'all about Betrayal. Betrayal is based on a true story. You know, the whole situation is over. Obviously, I was in a relationship for 6 years, and which was real. I was in a relationship for 6 years. Like I said, man was my first everything. We grew up together. You know, eventually, as I started getting older, um, but eventually, as I started getting older, you know, I went to hair school. You guys, I went to hair school. I graduated from hair school when I was about 18, 19 years old. I had my cosmetology license. You know, I just moved on. I had 2 cars. Like when I was young, I was already doing my thing. I had 2 cars, my own place. Like I was on it. Like I was really doing my thing. And I think that that was like the main thing. I think he was like kind of stuck in the past and not ready to grow up. But as I started doing that, I think that kind of pushed him away. Now we got deeper into our relationship. He hid this relationship from me from this girl for years. Like the girl told me they've been messing around since she was 15. Now mind you, me and my boyfriend were like 22, 21, 22 years old at the time when I found this out. So it kind of creeped me out that he was messing with her while she was that young, you know, and she just proceeded to show me all the text messages that they really be spending the night, that he was spending the night over her house, over his house and everything, you know. I eventually broke things off with her. Like, I was at work when I found out that my ex was cheating on me. I was working in a hospital at the time, and the little girl wanted to call me on some rah rah. Like, she just really wanted to tell me, like, it was like she wanted to snitch on him so bad. And now, mind you, before this happened, I had an instinct about this guy, right? So something told me to pop up at his grandmother's house, and I start knocking on the window. Now, when I was knocking on the window, he wouldn't answer, but I knew he was there, y'all. Now this happened years and years ago. I've grown up, all that. I'm knocking on his window. I finally drive around a circle around and leave. I sit there for about 15 minutes. I see some little girl with a long sleeve shirt and some booty shorts on. I'm like, I asked her, I said, you know somebody named, my ex name? And she was like, no. I asked her again. I said, do you know who this guy is? She said, didn't I tell you no? I said, okay. I never see the girl's face, so I couldn't really just pop out on this girl. Now, I go back to the house. I go back to my house, and he started telling me that I'm tripping for no reason. I'm crazy and all this. Mind you, women's instincts never lie. He started telling me I'm crazy. Months later, I'm at work. The little girl calls me like, is this Whoop-de-Whoop's girlfriend? I'm like, first of all, I'm at work. Give me a few minutes, you know, because at the time I was working in a hospital. I had to be really professional. I had to deal with elderly people. I was also working in a maternity unit. So it was just, I really couldn't be going around the patients being hostile. So I went to take a break, and I finally called her. She started snitching on him, telling him everything. Y'all, she finally told me. I talked to him. He started saying F you and her, F both of y'all. Then, sometime after that, we tried to make it work or whatever, and she was so upset that me and him, tried to get back together. This is like the second part of Betrayal that gets so juicy, you guys. Like, I promise y'all, I'm gonna drop y'all mouths when I tell you about this. Now, the little girl told me. I start peeping it. I start going on her page, and she got pictures at his house. I see his background all. I'm like, Oh my God, mind y'all, this is the guy that I grew up with, my first everything. Like I like my best. He was my best friend. Like I was like, oh my God. So after I eventually break up with him, I ended up finding out that he got this girlfriend. The girl was so mad that me and him tried to work it out with each other that she tried to burn his house down and went to prison for arson. Yes, this I'm no lie. I don't know. She probably just now getting out or still in prison. I don't know, but yeah, it was that deep, and that's how when I knew like I can't even try to make it work with this guy. Like mind you, me and this man had years and big time with each other. I'm like, this is just too much. So I walked away from the situation. So that's somebody asked me about betrayal. That was betrayal story. It was crazy. And you look at you, still a boss. Yep, I'm good. I don't got no. I have no. I would never forget about y'all. Somebody said when you get big. Yep, it's definitely. It says Mama Row vlog. It's on my page if y'all want to know what happened to my friend. I know the story behind betrayal is like so crazy. Like y'all was never expecting that. Like I got taken out of my character. I just was not expecting that from him. Like I really wasn't. I used to be like, mind y'all, I used to be like the most chill girlfriend. I went to work. I went to school. I went over his house. I passed out. I literally used to have my homework on the bed and fall asleep on this man's bed. I was like really trying to become who I am today. Like being Mama Rowe and just setting myself up for years later. Yeah, he didn't like that. So that's where, and thank goodness for it because I came up with betrayal and F relationships from that situation. I'm glad it happened. I don't know what that means. What is my favorite song by myself? My favorite song, Heartbreaker. That's my favorite song. It's like give me some Beyonce vibes. I wrote so many records that Beyonce could sing. Like Remember This Live. I'm gonna write for her one day. Oh yeah, I've been through some things, y'all. I ain't gonna act like you know. I'm just gonna be real. I've been through some things. I feel like that's why a lot of I feel like I can give a lot of young women a lot of advice. I've been through a lot of you can name it. I've been there. So that's why I'm able to put so much pain in my music. I dealt with a lot. I've dealt with a man putting their hands on me. I've dealt with I've dealt with a lot of stuff. So that's why I'm able to have such a good standpoint of things. But and then sometimes you just grow up and you learn to be more mature. Any of the stuff I went through in the past, I never do it again. The advice that I want to give to women that's out there being abused by their girlfriend now, when I was in a situation, I was in a more emotional, like verbally abusive relationship until it got to that point where he did put his hands on me. And through that point, I just want to tell women to just leave. Like, I know it's easier said than done. You have to leave. Don't make excuses for it in your mind. Don't be like, okay, it's gonna get better. It's not gonna get better. I watched my mom get beat up when I was a kid, and I never deal with it. So always just leave. That's the advice I want to give anybody. I know it's easier said than done. I was stuck with somebody for 6 years, and then once they finally did get to that point, I was like, nope, It gotta go. So a lot of women do. You're right. A lot of women do, and I'm not quite sure why some women are like that. We don't know their story. Like me, I'm the type of person, I really don't judge people until I've experienced the pain that they have. So you don't know why people react to it. I feel like some girls like the drama. That's what they into. Me personally, I'm not. I don't think it's cute or none of that. Oh well, thank you, Nicole. That's why I love smoking like that. What does that mean? But yeah, you guys, I wanted to make sure that I talked to you guys today. Um, I think I'm going to definitely do like a separate story video on betrayal and talk about that whole situation, get into more detail. If you could do a song with any pop up artist, who would it be? Okay. Okay, so on a rap, if I was to sing and then it was to be a rapper on there, I would love to work with Nicki Minaj. On the rap side, I would love to work with Nicki Minaj. And then when it comes to R&B, I want to work with Jacquees. What was my first big song? Somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else for you. And you can love yourself without, baby girl, you got it. That was my first one. Do I know Takashi? I don't know him personally, but I know of him. And I hope that he gets through this situation that he's going through. I don't care how bad nobody trolls. I never want to see nobody's career go down the drain like that. But somebody else was my first big record. It was my first record that went viral. First of all, I was only 22. I was on the video line saying I was 23. And I was like, oh, people shouldn't argue. Like, I had a whole different. I was so young right at that time. Oh my God, y'all. So, can everybody in here do me the biggest favor? Okay, so this is my goal. I want to work with Jacquees so bad, you guys. Like, I want to work with him so bad to the point where I want you guys to get on his Instagram and, like, really, like, flood his comments and say, at I'm Mama Rowe wants to work with you. Work with Mama Rowe. Like, go in his comments on Instagram and tell him that I want to work with him because I feel like me and him, we both have unique voices. We both some dope writers. We both love remixes. I would love to work with him. There's no other artist I actually want to work with more than him. So everybody get on my Instagram at I'm Mama Rowe and tell Jacquees that I would love, love, love to do a song with him. When I first realized I could sing and I rap, I knew I could sing when I was 7, and then I really knew I was gifted when it comes to rapping when I was 14. I did grind in that. Y'all remember that beat? And I was only 14. I was like, check the hair in and nails. They asked how much it cost. You say you hating mama, baby, F it, that shit loves. Man, I was talking like I was an adult. Like, first of all, who did I think I was? She doesn't notice me. I do notice you. Hello. Yes, I am single, you guys. I dumped my boyfriend. I was with him for a year, and that was my first experience. Like, I ain't gonna say my first experience, but me and somebody's like really, really living together. Like, I would never do it again. I broke up with him, and I'm so happy I kicked him to the curb. And I'm really not looking to date. Like, I really don't even. I really don't even want to think about no relationship, to be honest. But everybody get on my Instagram at I'm Mama Rowe follow me if you are not. Get on Jacquees's page and comment on his comments and say, you need to do a song with Mar Moreau. Like, to the point where spam his comments. Mwah. Good night, y'all.